It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. Taken about 7 yards deep. He's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Ball carrier.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Going to give this time to the tailback. And some room to roam now. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play for the Jaguars. Give him 69 yards on the ground. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Now back to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. That is caught at the 7-yard line. A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they get their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
So on 4th down, Jags kicker Josh Lambo comes on from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a 1st.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he is finally out of bounds, just shy of the 5, all the way down at the 6. A big play there on the catch and run, 54 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll run with Jacobs, and he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Texans' 44-yard line.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
With the score tied.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
To number 15.
7 yards there and a first down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. And partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
To kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. Space to maneuver at the 40 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory.
To the 49-yard line.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. A throw out wide to QT, complete. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
Sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. He changed name, how about your respect? Give them more than what I get, expecting up the back. In fact, I know I sat down with my accountant and said I got good news.
To throw is Watson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they work this out past the 25. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
1st down, Jacksonville.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. Josh Oliver, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6. Lambo on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3.
Makes the score Jaguars 17, Texans 3. Josh Lambo to kick off 4.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Counter play with Jacobs. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From the 31, Watson. Open man is QT, complete. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Watson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Let's go, D, let's go. All right, let's get there. He's coming, let's go.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will do it for this first half. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
A great return there of 22 yards. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field.
51, Mike 51. No. Rush in. 51 to Mike.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And now the throw taken in by Chark. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Out of the gun now on third down. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A gain of 15.
That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Jaguars.
So first and 10 now from the 30. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got room. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
At the 1 yard line.
A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
Boy, they had it at the 1. The false start moves it to the 6 now for first and goal. He'll drop to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Lambo to add on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Makes the score Jaguars 24, Texans 6.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards, a first down.
At the 48-yard line.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there. This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Mike 50. Here we go. Mike 50, Mike 50, Mike 50.
Here's Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Intercepted by
Before we came up to the booth, the last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
Andy, do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Jaguars. Jay Chark. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more.
Makes the score Jaguars 31, Texans 6.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Big dad, alert.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Under crunch. Hey, switch gears.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
The ball carried.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
29 is Mike 29. Here we go.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
Down.
29 is Mike 29. Watch the pass. Here we go.
On 4th down, Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
2nd and 10 at the 50-yard line.
51 the Mike, boys. 51. Bound to lose one.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 42.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
Check nickel. 70 Lion.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. And just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
First down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Get in the weight room. Check 50. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
70 Lions. 53 Fly. Time to go night-night. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Hey, check 20. Big alert. Big alert.
Now a handoff looking right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 27-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Check. 60.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Takes this about 5 yards deep.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
It's 3rd and 11.
The 3rd down now, and those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Here's Watson. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Intended for Kiki QT. Sets up 4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down.
We got 25 to the mic. Watch the run. Watch the run.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has